Got the front stud trimmed off. Gonna set the motor back in here now. Biggest thing is getting the two dowels are on the bottom of the rear mount, getting those lined up, and then kind of cinching them up and sticking the top bolts through. Kind of hand tighten those to begin with, and then sticking the fronts on. Front lower, front upper, and then the top center. That was it. The bottom ones are in. Top ones are kind of in. You go around here and get this other back top one started. Now I have extra washers out here. Edge that out again. My damn ass is showing again. Can't help it, man. Need a new belt and probably suspenders too, just to get them set in there. And then we'll torque the back and then torque the front and stick the front top one on there. In the back, you can do it. It's definitely got to be holding your mouth right. Kind of hold it with one finger. Once you get one bolt started, the other one's easy. Now you don't want that one really tight yet. You just want it tight enough to hold the motor mount while you're trying to screw the top one in, which has to be lined up when you cross thread it. Get this bottom one tightened a little bit, then we'll swap around and try and get the right one lined up and the left one lined up. You don't want to strip because this mount's aluminum. And you don't want to strip either one. The aluminum one, you can strip out easier than the steel one is. But this one right here on the top, it's got to line up and tighten up with the other one. Got all our mounts on there. Haven't torqued them down yet. They're just snug. That's our front there. You should have enough clearance to get the nut on there. What you're going to do is before you actually tighten these up, I got them snug right now. So when you snug them, you're going to check the gap up here between the frame, right here between. You should have no clearance there. These later ones have a little bit more adjustability to them. Earlier ones, there was no adjustability. You had to shim them. This one right here, same thing. The mount should be snug up against the frame there. No gap whatsoever. And it shouldn't be pushing out. So when you tighten, you're going to tighten it to the head, snug it, and then you'll snug these ones up. Now I got these bolts loose right here because I'm just checking it, and we're snug. I can't. There's no gap in there whatsoever. So that's good. I think the shims come in like 15 thousandths thicknesses, 10 or 15 thousandths, and it's just a shim that has two cutouts and sits down over top of the bolts there. So if you have to shim it, shim it. And I'm going to go ahead and torque these down now. I got the bottoms on there. So the sequence is tighten the back, tight, torque the back, torque the front here. Check that one for if it needs shimming. It doesn't. That one's good. And this one doesn't. So you're going to tighten those, tighten that one, and then this is the last one right here, the top. Usually the one that comes loose is this top one right here. It just does. If you find yourself getting a little bit of vibration more than usual, pull the tank and check these bolts here. You should be checking them anyway, about every 5,000 to 10,000 miles anyway. It's good to keep an eye on. Really good to keep an eye on all of them. older Sportsters like 4-speeds and earlier, especially Ironheads, rear mounts were a 2-piece mount. Those things came loose all the time. I rode to Florida one time from Maryland, and I know I tightened them 3 times on the way down there. Of course, I was hammered down the whole damn way. I think I was averaging 85, 90 miles an hour, so I was stopping to get gas a lot because I only had a 2-gallon tank. Man, that's a long time ago. Anyway, point is, keep an eye on your motor mount bolts and every other bolt. Whenever you do a service on this thing, you should be doing a field test anyway. Field test, you just go around and grab stuff and shake it and see if it's loose. Especially tail light, fenders, tail light, just general bolts. Service just didn't change an oil, especially on the bridge mount. You need to go over everything and check it pretty religiously. Sprocket bolts come loose a lot. You'll need to check those. Really, that's about it. Let's torque these damn bolts down now that we got it in there, back in there, with relatively little trouble, other than having to cut that mount down. I thought I cut enough off of it, and I had to trim it just a little bit more to get the nut on there. I accidentally hit the frame there with the damn cutoff wheel, so I'll have to shoot a little paint over that. But you know what? It is what it is. So let's torque these damn bolts down, and I can finish washing out this oil tank. Have to fill her up and prime the damn oil pump. That's that one. Now these ones here, it seems like it's easier if you go in from this side to torque the left one and go on this side to torque the right one. As far as the ones up under the frame, there we go. Now, as far as the one on this stud goes, I usually just kind of tighten that. I mean tight because you can't get a torque wrench in there really. Go hit the parts guru and see if he's got an exhaust bracket for this thing. That's the one that mounts down on the frame there underneath the pulley. And that's retorquing the motor. After basically, I know I didn't have it out, but you might as well have. You disconnected a few wires and it'd pop right out. That's how close it was to being out. Pull the belt pulley and pull the wiring harness. All the lines are already pulled off of it. And you just tilt the motor and pop it out on this side. All right, that's it. If you like my content, please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Shirt's coming off now, getting warm out here. Gonna go hit Parts Guru and get a drink too on the way there. Guys, take care. Have a beautiful Easter weekend. Wife's got to work all weekend, and son's at the beach till Sunday. That was his spring break thing he'd been planning. They had a beach house down there, him and 4 of his friends. So hope they're having a good time. They should be. Water's still cold, but they're young. They don't know any better. They'll have fun. All right, you guys take care.